as the kids say, gamers, rise up. Am I hip yet? Am I? Please. I'm glad that got you to laugh at least.
Yeah.
That's how I know I'm doing a good job.
Am I allowed to be annoying?
Yeah.
Cool.
You exist here. You're here. I don't know if the mic will pick you up all the time. You're loud. Gav, good to see you. Ah! Gav with the host. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Those alert notifications are still loud and I don't know how to turn them down. Oh, also chat's the wrong size. Whoops. Hang on. I could fix that. You can hear whoever that is a little bit. This is my friend Caleb.
Hi.
He's 50% of the reason why I haven't actually gone insane in the past year.
I'm here.
My friend Kev says hello.
Hello, Kev.
Kev and I are gonna get Korean barbecue at some point.
Whoa. What?
When
was this gonna happen?
We're not entirely sure. Just eventually, we've never met, but we're gonna meet up one day and get Korean barbecue.
Okay. I'm for it.
Caleb, Kev is thanking you for being here for me.
You're welcome, Kev, and by extension, Josh.
Yeah.
Do I need to be loud? I kind of like talking like I'm far away at all times.
That actually works very well, is the funny thing.
Okay. I will continue.
I wish I had a second. Actually, I do have a second mic, but I don't know if it reaches that far.
It's not that worth it.
It might be, though.
I would no, but okay, wait, if this is a semi-regular thing, it's gonna.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna casually curse under my breath from.
Just give you a second mic. It would be very funny.
I could bring my own mic and just figure it out.
There we go. Chat box is fixed. Now it's the right size. We're fine. I hope that the closed captioning works also. I remember to actually turn that on. Oh, wait, no, I haven't. I didn't turn that on yet. Fuck.
Lie to your fans.
Look, I was
No,
lie
to your fans.
I think Chrome might have grabbed that. I don't know. I talk fast and kind of mumble sometimes, so closed captioning might not be the best for me, but it's there.
We actually.
Well, I want
I
to
think
test
we
it.
should. I think we.
Oh, there's no way this is gonna reach. There's no way in a million years this reach.
I gotta sit around goblin.
I mean, you can if you want. Also,
I might.
I think this microphone still works.
Oh, I'm in.
Yeah, there you are.
Hello!
You don't need to do it. You need to do it when you're that close.
Oh, whisper shout!
There you go.
I gotta pee.
I love that guy. He's a dork. That didn't get picked up, but it was way funnier because of it. If Caleb decides he wants it, he can sit on the floor and I'll give him a mic and then everyone can actually hear him. And he'll just be here. Caleb has been here more often because we're all going insane. And we're already in each other's social bubble. So it's been good. Okay, I was in DLC. I'm in Snow World. How many? Okay, I need way more souls to level up. I'm at the point of this game where, like, I could get by without leveling up ever again. I'm not going to, but I could. Look. Is there even a lever to bring this up? Oh, there is. It's just outside. Okay. I'll send it down then. That's fine. That's okay. Okay. Yeah, goal for today is at the very least to finish this DLC. I forget if we decided I was going to do Ringed City before or after Archdragon Peak. I do not recall. But as soon as we finish DLC and do Archdragon Peak, I think that's it. I think we're good to finish the game at that point. Which, I've been loving this game. It's a very good game, but I am ready to move on. Souls games are really great, but I do appreciate a nice change of pace, and I've got many ideas. Oh, there you are, Caleb.
Dark Souls.
Dark Soul.
Dark.
Duck. Duck.
Souls.
Goose. Oh, is that a separate bonfire, or is that where I came? No, that's where I came from. Never mind. Oh. Oh. Stop it. Yeah, at this point, it really is just me cutting through people and getting to bosses. Where did you, hold up. Where were you? Man. Meaty swings, they are meaty swings. You go to your local butcher and all they have is just this. It's just clips of big boy. Oh, stop it. Stop it. It's so satisfying. It's so good. Yeah, I really am glad I went with strength for this. That being said, I'm very interested to know how this game plays long term with a dex build. It's been like, I guess I technically did skill in Bloodborne, but Bloodborne all in all is very fast. So it feels like a dex build in there anyway. You never get like a meaty build in Bloodborne, it feels like. Stop it. What do I mean, meaty?
Just like meat or something?
No, it's like, because in Dark Souls you can customize like how your build is.
That meat. That meat. That
Yeah.
man. Doctor meat.
Yeah. I like meat. What's the deal?
No.
Caleb, I don't know how to break this to you. I like meat.
I guess.
I like meat. I want the record to show.
Record showing it.
The Arby's build? That's the dream right there. Next time I do Dark Souls 3, it's an Arby's build. Here we go.
Audited it. Nancy. Class.
Pizza Mancy?
Yeah, it was. Oh, and it was.
Interesting. That was too far. Oh, you got big. Where are all of you coming from? Please stop. I'm about to die. Unless I don't. That's the secret, is choosing not to. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta, like, push it. Ugh. Push it.
Push it.
I don't know exactly how that lick goes, to be honest with you.
Something in it.
It's close to that, maybe. Who knows? So this is partially. Hold up. So this is just shortcut. So I'm trying to find where the prog rock is. This place is just 90% snow, which does not help me. That's technically new. Oh, there's a pathway up there. That's an option. Can I hit you from here? Yes, I can. Nah, never mind. Okay. I can tackle that later if I want to. Okay, let's see what we got here. Whoa! Oh. Mosquito Man, fun. Everyone loves those. Hello, how are you all? Ooh, they even move funky. I don't like it. Weird thing about insect flight is that it's more just hovering. I feel like hovering is normally like a futuristic thing. It's like, oh look, the hovercraft. But when something like biological does it, it feels wrong. Oh. Oh. Hey, he was telling the truth. That's nice. Player hints do not tell the truth very often. They usually just mess with you. Nothing here, right? Yeah, see? There we go. Proof of my point there. Stop it. I do like that I can one-shot Mosquito Man. That's reassuring. Stop it. Yeah, another advantage of coming here like so late in the game is that our levels are very... Oh, that's a grab. That's unfortunate. Did you maggot me? You might have maggoted me. Yeah, you did. Actually, that might kill. No, that didn't. Okay. Maggots suck. That's a in the ass. Yeah, the fucking mosquito has a command grab. I can't imagine a fighting game with like a really light hitter, but like grabs for days. I should look. Let's be real. I shouldn't have gone for that. That was my fault. The worst part about the maggots is like not only do they cause like bleed buildup, they're also hurting me. It's a double punishment. My torch? I don't... Does that clear the maggots? I don't even know if I have a torch. To be quite honest with you. Oh, no, I do. Oh. If you get maggots and pull out a torch, it clears it? I did not know that. That's good to know. Have with the knowledge keeping me alive. Next time. Oh. Frictionless with the host. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. How you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I can just take the elevator up. It's fine. Oh, now I'm a heavy roller now, though. Frictionless, it is good to see you as always. Were you streaming earlier? Or are you streaming tonight? That's fine. We're essentially fashion souls at this point, which maybe isn't the smartest thing strategically, but it looks cool. Oh, 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 oh. Oh. I think I might on Tuesday. I have some stuff I need to finish. Honestly, fair. Way to be responsible. I also have stuff I need to finish. Not finishing it, though. Oh, I almost fucked up. Yeah, I should be animating right now. It's not happening. Are you not animating still?
No.
That's fair.
I'm trying to think. I'm overthinking my rebrand with the animation tab up.
Maybe the animation will inspire you in your rebrand. How far away are you going to try that command grab? Okay, they don't try it from... Okay, they got to get close, I guess. Am I turning into a VTuber? No. Caleb, are you turning into a VTuber?
I might. I've been thinking about it.
Have you actually?
Yeah.
Dude, you totally should.
I think I might be that thing. I have like a small gift set. Tab to hotkey. I can flip me.
Caleb, please come over here and explain yourself. I want to talk with you about VTubering.
No, let's. I'll take a break anyways.
Okay. Hi.
Is this mic plugged in?
It's not plugged in. I can plug it in.
We better plug this thing.
Okay.
Oh, this is short.
Yeah, it's very short.
Very
Sorry.
short.
You can pull up a chair if you want to.
Yeah.
That's like the smart thing to do.
Yeah.
This doesn't even.
Wait, which shoulder will I be less intrusive and or?
Uh.
Oh wait, maybe it's this one. I think it might be this one.
Maybe.
No, I'm not even on screen.
We might actually need to switch places. Hang on. You get on my left.
This is goofy.
Because this
thought
USB
you said get on
cable-
my lap, but I was like,
Yeah, get on my
listen,
lap. Yeah.
We're close. I don't know if we're that close.
We could be.
I think my girlfriend would disapprove. Just like a little bit.
I mean, I get it. No need to be so prudish.
The homie spooning.
Is it spooning if you're like ass to dick? Let's be honest.
Spooning is what
I'm
I'm
gonna-
gonna make it at.
I'm gonna need to figure out.
Yeah, this might be very loud.
I mean, it might be. The main issue is that now there will be a second mic probably.
Hopefully this isn't just peaking.
I don't think it's in yet. Hang on.
Cool.
I don't even know how this is gonna work or if it's gonna sound good at all.
We love stream.
This is Caleb's mic. One of you use the left side of the controller, the other take the right. Please no.
I've done that once. It's not good.
It's not a good time.
Nothing good comes out of it.
Oh wait, no, never mind. It's audio output capture. I don't need that. It's not output. It's input. Fuck. Remove. Sounds fine. There's a slight hum though. That okay. Hang on. Audio input capture. That's what we want.
My first instinct was to belch loudly into the microphone, but I couldn't.
It's a decent impulse.
Yeah. What about now?
Yeah, now you're on there. Hang on. I'm gonna put on a noise gate.
That's a good idea.
Can I? Why does my? Hang on. Now my microphone's being. This is fucked up. Hang on.
I didn't do anything, I swear. What about now? What's that? Did I break the stream?
Maybe a little bit.
Oh, I definitely broke the stream, didn't I?
Hang on.
I was just gonna talk about VTubers for a second.
Yeah, we were going to. This is, this is good though, because we're gonna need to do this for our surprise stream anyway.
I forgot. Okay, yeah, no, spoilers.
Yeah. hang on.
Spoilers.
I don't even know how to do this, to be honest.
Cool.
The weirder thing is that I don't know what the. You're definitely right. There is a hum coming through my mic now, but I don't know if that's because of.
How are those
Altogether.
like drooping? No, it's on.
Yeah, they fell out.
Are they supposed to do that?
No.
I'm pretty sure the USBs are supposed to stay in.
Yeah, they are.
Oh.
This is reminder that this is 7 years old.
Oh.
I need to replace those ports. I just haven't. Okay.
It's running well.
Caleb, here. I'm sorry. I really want to do this.
I could just get nice and cozy.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that.
We can troubleshoot later. Now is not the time.
Now the hum is still. Hang on. I need to unplug this.
Please do. Is it better? What the fuck?
The hum is just still there.
Oh, I thought it went away.
Well, I'm seeing the readout. Hang on.
Well, yeah, because the whole microphone was gone.
Yeah, okay. I don't think the hum is still there.
It's not even close to there anymore.
It's there, right there. Mic is there. We're fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us know if the. Yeah, we're just doing this. This was the easy solution.
Lettuce.
The idea
Let
of.
us know.
I didn't get it.
Well, you said let us know.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. What the fuck could I come over here for again?
VTubering.
Yeah, I've been
VTubing.
seeing things on TikTok about people who
TikTok.
animate like a small GIF
Club.
or like it's like only like a handful of frames and it just loops like a little bit, and you can set that and set different like expressions and emotions and set that to like hotkeys on a keyboard, and that. So it's like VTubering, except instead of having to figure out a rig or pay someone to make a rig or anything like that to do the V. You just become a GIF. That's it.
You're still technically being V.
Yeah,
because you're still virtual.
you are being V. It's just not as V. V without the startup cost.
Yeah.
Although I guess being like an artist kind of cuts that cost because you can just do it instead of having to pay someone.
Yeah, but it's still way easier than doing a rig.
Yeah.
You can do a loop in 3 frames. A rig takes like a shit ton of time and hours.
I just gotta layer it and then drag and drop into one or several softwares.
Is that really all it is?
Yeah. I mean, it's no more complicated than like a regular animation like puppet rig, but you gotta think it through. And I don't know. Apparently, like there are some softwares that do it for free, but then it's not as good as the ones you have to pay for, and then all that jazz. But I want to do it. I don't think I don't have a good like reason to have a persona or anything, and I have also no good reason to stream anything other than me drawing. But I want to do it. I want to do it just for the sake of doing it because it will be funny.
Caleb, if it reassures you at all, people have been asking to watch me stream drawing for years now.
Yeah, and you haven't?
I tried like once. The main issue is that I have never found a good way to like capture it essentially because I draw on my Surface. So the best solution that I have is, or that the best solution that I had was streaming my windows from Surface to PC and then capturing the stream window.
Whoa.
But that has lag and isn't great. But now I actually have a video adapter to HDMI output, or USB mini to HDMI output. So now I could actually just run it through my Elgato if I wanted to. So now it's doable. I just haven't.
Yeah, because you've been busy.
Two of my friends do the VTuber thing, and it looks fucking rad, and I just feel like it would melt my PC.
It doesn't seem that. I mean, I could say all sorts of things with having no experience of it and be completely wrong. Yeah. It seems like it might be just like it's not that intensive.
If you do the GIF thing, you'd be fine.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that certainly. But I don't know. I mean, just regular streamer hotkey things and like other weird scripts that you run. That already is confusing enough for me. I don't think we need to add a whole other VTuber thing to the mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you'd make a good streamer.
Thank
personally.
You, I appreciate that. I don't know. I still don't know what I would stream because I'm not good at video games, and I don't I don't know. I used to do like Instagram live things.
You did for a time.
Yeah, and that was wild.
I meant to make a with Caleb asset for stream today. I forgot.
Oh, wild.
I have one for Micah. I don't know if I have it in this overlay. Hang on.
Just drag Micah in here. Like the asset, I mean.
I'll do that in a second.
I can be a simulacrum?
Simulacrum.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hang on.
I've only heard Micah's voice once, and it was over your headset. Yes. I don't think I'll do a very good job of, representing him.
I'll just show you what it is. There's the with Micah asset.
Well, that's delightful.
I was gonna make one with your head in it, and then I forgot because I actually did work today.
You'll have time later.
Yeah, it's true. Streaming is fun, dude. Try it. I didn't think I could do it, and I've garnered a nice little community. It's true. He has.
I just feel like I don't know. The reason I haven't considered doing any sort of streaming or anything like that is because I don't know. I would want to make it almost exclusively art. Because I feel like I see a lot of people who are like, yeah, I'm a content creator. I make like a video game or animation. And then they're like, yeah, I'm just going to stream like in my free time, like while I'm working on this. And then they just become streamers.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is not a call out, but it kind of is. Like I'm thinking of Ross from Game Grumps.
Yeah.
Because he was working on that one thing and I wasn't really interested in it, but I was like, yeah, that's good for him. I'm glad he's animating again. That was like his thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna stream while I'm working on Gameaverse or whatever."
Mm-hmm.
And then only started streaming, and now that's all he does. I'm not sure if he's going to do the game thing because he's just streaming.
He was working on it because he was gonna pitch it. So I don't know if he pitched it to places and it like was turned down. So that's like, oh hi. Like I don't know the real story of that. I didn't know those guys could hurt you. Oh, it's being pitched around now, I believe. Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah, well, good for him then. It's just like it's not like a late like it still takes work to set up and do all of that. Like not like it requires some sort of effort to like stream consistently and have a schedule and all of that.
Yes.
But it feels like it could get distracting in the way of like things I would much rather be doing, I guess. Because it's a little bit easier than those things that require just like slightly more work. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I would get sidetracked too easily. I feel like
it's all about what you want to do. Because if you want to draw, that's fine, and that can work really well. Because ultimately, you're gonna do your best streaming whatever it is you want to do, whether it's games or art or whatever. And how exactly that plays out is not set in stone either. Like you could be mostly like stream you doing art or animation, and then occasionally play Mushroom Men if you wanted to.
Oh, forgot about Mushroom Men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could revitalize Mushroom Men speedrunning.
Oh, I could. Wait, no, we looked up the speed. There is a speedrun, isn't there?
We did, and I never watched one of the speedruns, but remember that when we were playing it, we realized that there is like a potentially untapped piece of movement tech that would just speed you up constantly.
What was that again?
It's essentially like the 3D
this
Mario
at all.
long jump. So if you roll and then jump, at the end of your roll, you jump forward and preserve the momentum of the roll itself. So you just jump further than you can run. And it's literally just like a Mario 3D long jump, and there's no way of knowing if it was intentional or like an intentionally coded thing, or if that's like technically a glitch.
Listen, I know
and I never watched a run.
I know we're both here to do work tonight, but
yeah.
like if stream ends, we're both like, we're not doing anything more. I'm gonna force you to play more Mushroom Men.
Okay.
That's
fine. I have the Wii U set up, so that's of little to no consequence.
Yeah, nice.
You garner your stream into what you want it to be. Exactly.
Yeah.
And like that's how you do the best shit. And you know, I've tried a few different formats and like schedules, and like all I know right now is at the end of the day I like being a variety streamer, which is actually a very hard thing to do starting out, because a lot of people build an initial following based off
on like
of
one game.
Yes, or one thing.
I don't see the appeal of that. I mean, I don't watch streamers a lot either, but try jumping. Oh,
fun.
See,
I did it.
Worked. Woo!
Gaming.
Wow, I love the mechanics.
I like Jesse's tweet about this he posted today. I didn't see that. Hang on, I'll pull it up.
I haven't seen anything. I'll chime in it from time to time.
Okay. Hang on, I'll pull up the. You throwing stuff?
Yeah. What's it?
Some of you are upset I'm playing too much Final Fantasy XIV on stream, but I'm enjoying it, so like, tough. I have an entire YouTube channel of other content. I'm no variety streamer, play the popular game for a week then move on. I'm going to play this, want to watch it guy. And that works really well, and it, I think, leads to some of the best atmosphere. The trouble with that is that that's only a feasible like business model if you already have a following. So it's great that you can do that. And like I think that's a dream for myself and a lot of other people. It's just hard to do that right out the gate. But I think the mindset is absolutely true. I'm going to put away the Caleb mic.
My mic, it's yours.
Yeah, but it's like it belongs to you, like, not prophetically. What is it? What's the word?
Metaphorically?
Yeah, kind of.
If we start doing this as a semi-regular thing, I'll just bring over my actual mic. I feel like that'll do fine.
Yeah.
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 As long as my mic doesn't panic again.
It might.
It probably will.
But you know, we'll cross it. Just how does it feel knowing that there's a fate for me in like the what we discussed yesterday? How does that dramatic irony feel?
There's a fate for me. Oh, it feels good. I like it.
Okay.
Because I told you this earlier over dinner / lunch that I'm already coming up with ideas for Extra Life donation incentives now. And I've been doing that for a long time now, even though I had no specific plans to be a part of Extra Life like at any point soon. So just having another potential plan is fine. Caleb, what I'll probably do, to be honest with you, is I'll probably turn that that streaming idea into a extra life incentive.
I like it. Yeah.
I don't know what game it is that you want to do that with, or if it's like, you know, the game we talked about, like how to shake it up.
Listen, I have no clue.
That's fine.
That's as long I know my role in this. Okay.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Just order food, not being able to taste much sucks kind of hard. Yeah, I can imagine. I'm sorry about that. Have you gotten any word back on like your 4th test? Try gesture. Is that real? Oh, that's the best Pyromancy Flame you just picked up. Oh, really? That's exciting. I don't know if this is an actual thing to do. I hope it is, because I think that'd be really funny. No, I didn't want to do Path of the Dragon. Hang on. I wanted to do... Hang on. Do I even have lay down? Yeah, I do. That should be back in a day or so. Okay. Well, that's not bad. I'm sorry that you haven't gotten like a clear answer about that yet. That's unfortunate. Hopefully it's actually negative and it's just very coincidental. I always thought this area was the same place in Dark Souls 1. I talked with my friends last night about that exact same thing, Frictionless. Because I even thought at one point that you could see the area, that you could see the, that you could see like the island that Ariamis is on in this world, but it's not. They're like all kind of the same dimension, if that makes sense. But they're not, oh, Ember, that makes sense. But they're not like the same place exactly. I don't know exactly how it works. I hope so, but I'd also like to know what it is. Yeah, for sure. Like, having a diagnosis is better than not knowing for sure. Bam. Bam. Stop it. If you're gonna drink in my face, I'm gonna chug. I'm gonna punish you, man. Come on. Unless you do that, because I just can't. Ooh, see, that was a lot of damn. Please don't. Okay, we have a little reset. I should not have gotten that backstab, let's be clear. That was the same, just different time in the story. It might also be, but I think the painter in this world is painting the painting from 1, so I don't know if it can be. I don't know. It doesn't help that, like, in canon, Dark Souls happens, like, across all of time and space, essentially. Like, lore-wise, they explain at the end of this DLC. That makes sense. Oh, he's out of Estus. That's good, actually. Ooh, can you not, please? Reach? Nope. Done. That was good. I won't say anything. Okay, I appreciate that. I don't really care about being spoiled for lore in Dark Souls because it's, like, kind of inconsequential. Like, the lore for Dark Souls and Bloodborne and all that is very cool, and I like knowing it because it's some cool ideas, but, like, it's not really directing you in the story. Like, because it's not told very directly at all in the main game, it's hard to actually play Souls games for the sake of story. So I don't necessarily care about spoilers for that, but I appreciate the intention to avoid spoilers. I do. Because I'm vehemently against them. I don't know how to get down from here, to be honest. Because I think below this is, like, a boss fight. I just don't know how to get there. And I could bone back, but a leap of faith, is it really? Oh, you have to go back to BONFIRE. Okay, that's fine. Let's do Shrine BONFIRE. I got a level in me. Yeah, I remember I paid attention to what lore I could in Bloodborne when we played it, and I enjoyed that. But so much of the lore of that game is not presented at all, like, directly. There's a lot of stuff I just never fathomed or understood. I just skipped over my head. One example being, which, if you care about spoilers, beware the Bloodborne spoiler. Micah, good to see you. The fact that the doll was fashioned after Maria never occurred to me. And maybe that's just because I'm dense. Maybe I'm just thick. Because, like, people, you can see that they look the same. You know, it was kind of a joke, but that does mean a lot, strangely. It does.
Okay.
Bloodborne lore is something else. It is, and it's great lore. It's a great story with a lot of cool ideas, like most of Dark Souls. But it doesn't matter. It's not told at all. Like, I don't know if I'd go so far as to say that, like, it's bad storytelling. It's certainly not good. It's intriguing. And
Good story, it's bad storytelling.
It's ineffective storytelling, I think. Because, like, the fact that you can piece together a story from it means it's not, I don't feel comfortable saying it's flat out bad because you can still tell the story from it. And it's purposefully vague. It's not like it's just written poorly or like the narrative is poorly constructed. It's deliberately weird. But that means it's not as effective as it could be for the average player. So I think I would say that Souls games in general have good story, but ineffective narrative. Tummy thick. Look, Micah, you're saying it, not me. It could be told a lot better, which is why I'm thankful for lore people on YouTube. That's what I should watch. I need to actually binge all of Vadi video. I never have watched one of his videos. And I should, because I'm sure I would really appreciate it. What are we doing? Actually, no, let's do Vitality get to 35.
Farewell, Ashen Mason.
Oh. Anything special? We got some special stuff, some special gear. Dancer armor, sick. Lorian's armor. There's some cool stuff here. I like being at the point where I have like a lot of souls to spare, so I can just invest them in cool looking armor. Yeah, good on the list. It's fine.
Ashen one.
Sure. Okay, let me. I'm trying to think of how to press forward in the best way possible. I think I might know. I have an idea. Yeah, I attended a online not speech. Like it wasn't a workshop. I guess it was a presentation / interview. It was like a presentation and Q&A. From a narrative designer who works in games. And she emphasized the point between the word story and the word narrative, which I really appreciated because I like exact definitions. She's like, yeah, story is like the story itself. This isn't the example she gave. I'm adding this example for the sake of like being clear. Story is the story itself that that is being told. So the instance I will give is Luke Skywalker against the Empire. That's the story. Whereas the narrative is the method in which you're telling it. like down to structure and its presentation. Not necessarily the writing of it, but the writing of how it's presented. It's like a weird kind of blurred line, but it's nice to know that there is a distinction, because I think it is effective. And I think it helps me better like critique games too, because sometimes I really like the story, but don't like the narrative. For example, Xenoblade 1. Cool story, not a great narrative. Oh! That was the wrong item. Hey, can you not follow me, please? Ow. I said not follow me. You're not a great listener. Maybe the horns like cover your eardrums. Like, I get it. I too am hard of hearing, so I understand. Oh, okay. Yo, got a dinner, we'll be back. Okay, we will be here. Enjoy dinner. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, okay. Good talk, good talk. God, don't get me started on Xenoblade 1. I didn't know you had strong thoughts about Xenoblade 1, Kev. I'm interested. You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. If you want to, go for it. I'll try and read and engage as much as I can. I know my thoughts on Xenoblade 1. I loved Xenoblade 2 when I finished it. I got it for Christmas, like the year it came out, started it, and then at the time was like staying with 2 other guys in a very small dorm, and I wanted to play it like on the TV with sound, but then I was interrupting them, so I didn't really play it much, and I felt weirder about it because like they would kind of make fun of me because I was listening in Japanese, because the English voices are awful in Xenoblade 2, just abysmal. And I normally do not care about dubs. I normally don't give a shit. It's real bad in Xenoblade 2. So I like stopped playing and I wasn't in love with it anyway, so it was kind of no loss. And then 2 years ago now, so 2 Christmases ago, I picked it up again because I was like, I think I'd like this game if I actually tried it, and fell in love with it. I got like 6 hours in instead of 4, and I was completely sold. And I love that game. I was really excited to try 1 when it got ported. And I enjoyed the story, but not the narrative. And even the gameplay was lackluster, which makes sense because, like, you know, 2 was a later game. They like had naturally an improved combat system, what I view to be an improved combat system, but very different experience. I think it's such a wonderful game, but Xenoblade 2 did it so much better. Picked it up on release day, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. I love it. Much improved combat system. Yes, I agree. I never played Xenoblade 1 originally. I got into 2 just because it looked cool, and at the time, Switch games were... I think it came out in 2017. So at the time, like, good, like, bigger Switch games were very rare. So I took a chance on a new franchise. I wish I would have played it sooner, but, you know, given life circumstances, I know why it didn't happen. But yeah, 2 has much better combat. It's much more engaging combat. Both of them are kind of rooted. Hang on, I'm gonna move my mic and hope it doesn't break. We okay? Yeah, we're good. Both of them have combat that's rooted essentially in MMO combat. And you auto attack, but have special abilities that recharge on their own time, and you choose when to use them. 1, you are like, you have a shit ton of abilities, and you're constantly cycling through them. And you're just kind of doing them, like, whenever they appear. There's really no strategy. You're just kind of hitting buttons. And, like, yeah, the main thing for me was that there was no strategy. Like, it never felt rewarding or, like, engaging. And I'm not a big MMO fan, so, like, it was hard to get something on that anyway. But the way 2 does it is that you have like a break system. Like, you can actually strategize what it is you're doing and when and how to line things up. And you can coordinate a lot better between you and your party members. I did not feel that way about the combat in 1. Combat in 1 kind of just happens, and I hope it works out for me. And then on top of it, it's very grindy. Especially towards the end. The 3rd act of Xenoblade 1 is so long, and especially because it feels like it takes forever to actually get to the 3rd act when you're like me and knew how the story was going for a majority of the game. because that game really loves dramatic irony, which upsets me, because it's not that useful a tool in most cases. Can I not die right here, please? Please don't. Okay, here we go. We're getting there. Everything's working out. We're fine. I didn't know I could backstab these guys. Picked up Xenoblade 1 on the new 3DS port, which I think it being handheld made it easier for me to digest, but the narrative was booty. Yeah, to be honest, I felt no need to grind in Xenoblade 2. Yeah. There were a few fights towards the end where I should have grinded a bit, but that's because I ended up, like, I was so caught up in the story that I was skipping, like, just normal fights because I felt a sense of tension, which is honestly a good thing. And I never got bored of that tension and suspense because it was written very well. But yeah, the narrative of 1 is bad. The story itself, great. But 1 relies so much on dramatic irony, and 2 does to an extent. But it's not like... 2 still utilizes dramatic irony, but it's not, like... It doesn't give away anything with it. 1, like... The dramatic irony in Xenoblade 1, like, it starts as soon as the tutorial is done. And gives you a, like, at least gave me enough where I could piece together, like, a few of the, like, major plot twists lore-wise. Because sometimes the plot twist in a story is just like, oh, you didn't know this is how this worked, but it's like, you've shown me something in a cutscene so I understand exactly how it works and what the threat is. So, my sense of urgency to figure out what's happening is very dulled now, because I already know as a player. The characters don't, but I do. Like, the meat of the story and all of the parts of the story that I genuinely didn't understand and, like, was waiting to be explained wasn't until, like, the third act of the game. And the third act is, like... It's crammed so tightly in at the end. Like, it almost feels like an afterthought. Like, they did Act 1 and did Act 2, and then they're like, oh, wait. We have a million questions we never answered. That are much more confusing than everything else we've, like, pretended was important up until this point. And then they just shove it all in there. It's very bizarre. And the only reason that the third act takes a long time is because the areas in the third act with the overworld, like, have a lot of enemies and, like, just want you to fight a bunch of shit. Any length in the third act is just you fighting enemies, and I actually turned on casual mode for the end of Xenoblade 1. I was sick of grinding. I wasn't going to do it. If I had to keep grinding, like, the 10 to 15 levels I needed to finish the game properly, I was not going to finish that game. Overall, I liked it. I thought it was good. I do not think it, like, and maybe it's just because I experienced 2 first, so I'm, like, spoiled, but I'm surprised that it is beloved as it is. Like, given how the narrative is. Like, I'm so glad that it is, because that, you know, that got us 2, and 2 is one of my favorite games now. But I'm surprised that it ever reached that level. Also, Xenoblade 2 is a big titty waifu game, which is a nice plus to have. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's not exactly subtle about it either. Like, I wouldn't go so far as to call it tasteful in Xenoblade 2. At least it's not terribly egregious. There's a weird balance for big titty waifu games. Like, I think there was no need for that to go back up. I think if you do it well, it can just be like a guilty pleasure, but if you do it badly, it's like offensive and wrong. And I don't really know where that line is, but it's somewhere in there. I want to see what they do with it though, because on the Switch release they added that extra content that takes place after 1 with Shulk. So like, are they leaning into a third game? I think so. That was the gist I got, is that was like the setup kind of for 3. The weird thing is though, is that I don't know if they're gonna do 3 as a sequel to 1. Because 2 is not a sequel. Like, it's a sequel in the franchise, but not to that story. And I won't get into the ways that they're connected story-wise. If you want, you can play from yourself. But like, I don't know. I hope it's its totally own game. Because also, from what I understand of the lore, I can't see any loose ends that have yet to be tied up. The setup for Xenoblade 1 and 2 seems all wrapped up. Which is the other weird thing. It's where my confusion lands. Yeah, we could talk all day about how those 2 games are connected. Yeah, we could. I'm actually really upset because I had that bit of how they're connected spoiled for me. I was still in like the first 15 to 20 hours of Xenoblade 2, and I was looking up, I wanted to look up how the roll system for blades worked. I was really curious about that. And in my stupidity, I stupidly, like, part of me, like, should have known better to do this, but I just Google searched, like, Xenoblade 2 blades and just read the Wikipedia page, or, like, the wiki page. And I should have known better because, like, it's a wiki page. It's not very, like, it doesn't, like, hide info. It's meant to document shit. But also, there were no spoiler tags. So it just said stuff, like, within the first paragraph or so. It's like, well, cool. And then I think after that, I went to a forum post because somebody had the same questions that I did. And then in the forum, like, in that thread, people just, like, brought up spoilers. Like, to explain, like, the mechanics of it, like, lore-wise, which is not necessary and a bad idea. A lot of spoilers just happen because people don't, like, think through the way they're presenting information. Like, when somebody asks you, I always go, whenever I talk about spoilers, I go to Star Wars because it is the only spoiler that I feel like is so saturated in media that, like, at this point, you're practically born with the knowledge, like rock, paper, scissors. Like, normally I don't like the argument of, oh, it's such a popular, like, spoiler, like, there's no need to hide the spoiler. Star Wars is the example that, like, there's nothing I can do. I will never be the person that spoils Star Wars for anybody because it just is a thing that happens now. So my example, people will, like, if you are watching a show or playing a game, when people ask you, like, the person wants to ask you where you are in the story. What people want to ask you is, yeah, what part are you at? But instead of doing that, they phrase the question as, because the reason they're asking normally is they are wondering if you've gotten to a specific part. And the way they ask gives that away, because the way they phrase the question is, have you gotten to the part where blank? And if you haven't gotten to that part yet, it's now been spoiled for you, because this person has not thought through the way they're asking their question. Like, it's an innocent crime. It's not done out of, like, malice or desire to ruin anything for you. It's just, like, they didn't take the few seconds to think it through and consider the ramifications. Just because, like, they want to, like, I get why. I think it's just the human desire to, like, share something you like with another person. So they're trying to quickly gauge whether or not they can talk about it with you and share that experience with you. But in rushing to do that, they don't think about your experience with it, and then it gets spoiled. That upsets me. Being the slut that I am for story and narrative, spoilers infuriate me like nothing else. It's very rare that you can ruin something with a question. The fact that you can is unfortunate for story. the fact that you can is also very cool, and like I think is actually a very good example as to why narrative and storytelling is very important. The fact that you can ruin storytelling, that you can ruin a story with a single question or a single like word or sentence is incredible, because that like the fact that there are people who know how to present a story without like ruining it for you is incredible. Because honestly, writers like have that job. Narrative directors and writers have the job of not spoiling it for you like before you're supposed to find out the thing. I think non-writers forget that like a writer has to plan out how and when they tell you information. Which is like, it's complicated. As a consumer, you just are told the story. It's a very linear, like, concrete experience because there's only one way the story is told. As a writer, you are faced with the reality that the way the story is told is completely up to you, and you can make it or break it. Even if you have the most interesting, engaging story in the world, if you do a poor job of writing it, you've ruined it. A classic literary example, and it stems to TV now too, because there have been so many adaptations, but one I always think of is Sherlock Holmes. The reason Sherlock Holmes seems like a genius, Micah, welcome back. Got Firehouse from the one in Conway. Congrats! So glad you got your Firehouse. I know you've been waiting for that. The reason Sherlock Holmes seems like a genius, it like in like I guess in like shows and stuff too, but in the books, is not because Arthur Conan Doyle is a genius. It's because Arthur Conan Doyle has in his mind details and evidence that give Sherlock Holmes the answers, but omits those details, or at least many of them, in the initial writing that describes the scene. You can see this in the shows as well, when like Sherlock Holmes would be like, "Oh yeah, do you smell that?" It's like, "No, we don't. We do not smell that." And or even it's like, "Oh yeah, did you notice like the cat hair on his shoes? You know he's a cat person." Like, you might show like the director might show like a camera, and it might show Sherlock Holmes like looking down at the shoes, or it might even show like the shoes themselves. But when they do the inevitable like flashback to show the cat hair on the shoes, it's a different shot. It's more focused on the shoes to show you that detail that they did not show you before. It's not that the writers are actual geniuses harnessing their deductive brilliance into media. It's that they just omit details. Which, like, to understand that kind of cheapens the whole chagrin of Sherlock Holmes. But that's the reality of it. And that's a really good example, I think, of, like, why the narrative matters. Why narrative is such an important thing. It's in the details. It's how you present it.
I know not the missteps which led thee to this painted world, but thy duty is all, and return from, I presume, it visible, a meek and faded thing.
It's like superhero levels of detailing to make the character seem so above and beyond us. Yes. Because there are things that, like, you don't know as the reader. You just don't. Yeah, I said this, I'll say it again. It almost cheapens the experience to realize that that's the case. And it's part of why I don't know if I could ever watch Sherlock again. Like BBC America's Sherlock, because that's most of it. Like, the brilliance of Sherlock and the storytelling of it is supposed to be like, oh wow, like I never saw that coming. It's like, of course you didn't see it coming. They didn't give you enough information to make the deduction yourself. Which is intentional, because it's Sherlock Holmes. If you can make the deduction yourself, they've done a bad job of making Sherlock Holmes seem impressive. You're supposed to be the Watson. Like, the main protagonist of Sherlock Holmes is not Sherlock Holmes, it's Watson. That is the character that we are looking, whose lens we are looking through. Smiley redeeming hydrate, thank you. You also went to the firehouse in Conway. Good. What sandwiches did you guys get? I'm curious. I like hearing about food. It's hard to write an actual good mystery story that's not predictable, but also gives the audience all the details. Yes. And the hard part is, too, if you only give, like, if you try to give the audience those details, but the only details you give them are the details that matter, that's going to stand out. Because then the audience can see that you are making a specific effort to give information and not other information of the same kind. Didn't get Firehouse, but you ordered a gyro? I've never had a gyro. I need to try one day. Did a medium grilled chicken fully loaded, except not really because I don't like tomatoes or onions. I can respect that. I get that. Got the New York steamer. Ooh, that sounds good. I love a good sandwich. They're so satisfying. Also on the Sherlock Holmes thing, that is why my favorite iteration of Sherlock Holmes, of which there have been many, is Elementary. And I love it specifically because, yes, it's still like the story of Sherlock Holmes, of like the genius detective, and it still has to do that thing of like the genius who sees things no one else sees or recognizes patterns no one else does. But it does two things. One, it focuses on characters. It's very character focused. Like the driving force of that show is just like character growth in their own personal lives, which I really like because I like the characters. And two, part of the story is Sherlock teaching Watson to be a detective on par with him, if not better. So instead of Watson just being the tag along for us to like kind of putz around with, Watson actually, like, Watson sees growth. And again, I think that reflects well for our view as the audience of like, we've watched the show long enough now where we're starting to pick up on certain things, and we can see that reflected back in Watson. Really enjoyed the Robert Downey Jr. movies. It kind of showed how gritty and grimy London was, and that Sherlock wasn't some prim proper man. He got in the shit. I also like that about Elementary. I don't remember the Robert Downey Jr. movies very well. I'd love to watch them again. I don't know if they're on any kind of streaming service. Love those movies. I hear that they're maybe possibly making another one. It'd be such a long time. I don't remember how the second one ended. I don't know how they're set up for that at all, but he's got so much money he can do whatever the fuck he wants at this point. So
Bring Frida to me, please. Canst thou not see the flame flickering once again?
I never noticed that he's covered in feathers. That's fine.
In all its surge, I can see it,
Feel it. The second one where he faked his death? I don't know. Maybe. Again, I don't remember the movies. Or I don't remember which one is which. I remember like bits and pieces of each one.
Fret not, Father. We have no need of thy flail. 'Tis only the flame quivering at misguided ash.
Hi, Frida.
Please avert thine eyes.
I'm really excited for this boss fight.
About these ashes
It's
will go.
cool as hell. I forget if I start off having to fight both of them. No. Okay, just her. Yeah, you stay there. Wait, is he actually covering his eyes? Wow, that's funny. That's cute. Let's go. Hop. You got frostbite. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's a lot of damage, which is nice. That backup is cool. Where are... Is that just an audio cue of when she's behind me? Yep.
From whence thou
Yup.
camest. Furia surely awaits thee.
Yeah. Okay, I heard the audio cue. She might just appear behind me at that audio cue and do that. Do I have... Not sword, hang on. And I don't need this. Do I have a shield? No. Okay. Okay. Can you attack her when she's sitting here? Does it let you do that? Oh, they give you a ring to resist that? Wow, they do. That's kind. Okay, we're gonna have lower stamina recovery, but it might be okay. So there are visual cues as well. You can see her moving around before she does that. Okay, that's also good to know. I trust my ears better than I trust my eyes in this scenario, so I'll go for that probably. I'll try and learn the audio cue, because then I can be looking wherever, it doesn't matter. What's up, cool stance? Very long attack! Okay. Got delays for days. Ooh. That wasn't even with the audio cue like last time. That might have been completely coincidental. Ooh, this is bad. Yep, okay. So it's a little bit after I was out of stamina. Thanks for not capitalizing that. I appreciate that. What? Okay, so the audio cue doesn't matter. That's so fucked. God damn, dude. I don't even know how to dodge that. Death is delightful. Love to see it. If I can get her, I can get 2 free hits, and that's great, but... Yep. Okay, so she'll wait to do it if I'm sprinting or dodging? Is what I'm supposed to infer, I guess? Ah, I was out, man. That could have been it. I mean, I know there's a second phase, but still. I'm not in a good shape for phase 2. Also, isn't this a 3-phase fight? Am I just fucked? I might be fucked. I never realized he was chained to the chair. I always just thought his little booty got stuck. I think it's funnier, frankly. Now I gotta, yeah. I was worried about this. This is gonna be a long fight, gang. Ooh, okay. They might share a health bar, and I can abuse that. Yep, they do. Okay, now, do I Ornstein and Smog this, or do I reverse? Too early. Okay, they both have very delayed attacks. Having the larger arena is nice, though. Okay. Nope. Dodge, please. Not entirely sure where you are. It's unfortunate. Yep, come over here. Come over here away from Frida, please. I like the sconces that just don't fall. I think it's funny. Smiley is feeling the tension. Huh!
Leave us be, Ashen One. Thou art the Lord of Londor, and have thine own subjects to guide.
I super died. That's tough. The knowledge that a third phase is coming up is very disheartening. The worst part is that I have to start from the beginning. That's the worst part. Yeah. Honestly, that is worth the trade. I saw you coming. What? I even saw her coming that time. Nothing I could do. She's the smartest computer that's ever lived. Delayed attack, I forgot. That one I heard and kind of saw. I saw like the edge of the particle effects. Sometimes that's enough. Man. Yeah, do your little reset. Fine. The fact that she is purposefully like changing her attack time based on that I'm dodging or sprinting is funky. I don't like that. Mostly because I don't know how to counteract it. I can't prep if she can counteract me. No, I got greedy. It's fair. I didn't see her. Did you? Where's Frida? I didn't even get the trade kill. That was weird. Okay. If I can separate them, this is okay. Nope, too early. That's unfortunate. I'm not winning this fight. I don't, like, I feel like luring Ariandel away is still the best strategy, but then she just hits me. If you want to come over here, that's fine. I don't mind that. Misjudged. Ah, I got a 2-for-1 in there.